Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man. What day and hour? The day that he calls the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord. That's the day of his return. And that day is not talking about the rapture of the church. There is talking about the day of judgment. It's the day of judgment of the nations. When Jesus comes back, he's coming to judge the nations. That's the second coming of Christ. The rapture will take place before then. The rapture will take place before then. So, think about it. Think about it. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah, now here translated from the Greek Noah, is referring to Noah. All right? So, he's talking about Noah in the Old Testament. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, this is interesting. The days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Follow what he's saying very carefully. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. Now look at it. The flood took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Look at it. They knew not until the flood came. The flood came and took them away. Now go back to the previous verse. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. Now, Noah's entering into the ark is not the focus of Jesus here. His focus is on the next thing that happened to them. He says, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. It will be as when the flood came and took them away. But Noah entered the ark, and they didn't know what was coming. They didn't know the flood was coming. Yes, sir. They thought, what happened to Noah? Why is he? You know, they thought something was wrong. The guy's been building this massive ship, and now he's gone inside. What's wrong with him? Now the rains began, but it took 40 days and 40 nights. In the process of those 40 days and 40 nights, they began to lift the ship and took it up. And the flood was so much. And this went on for 150 days. And all the people perished. But Noah entered into the ark. And according to the Bible, in the New Testament, that is typical of our salvation. And that's what Jesus wasn't talking about that. He didn't go into that for them. he was focusing on when the flood came and took them away. Now let's go back and read. It says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Next, then shall two be in the field. The one shall be taken and the other left. I remember that when I was explaining this to you, I believe it was 2021 or 2020, I explained to you because this portion has been used by many to teach the rapture. And they were wrong. It's not talking about the rapture here at all. So they say two shall be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. So they think taken there means that one is taken to heaven and the other left. And I said, no. Taken here is likened to when the flood came and took them away. That's what it's still referring to. They were taken in judgment for destruction. Some were left because those who were left were the ones who will be part of the new world to repopulate the world. So not everybody got destroyed in the judgment. Some were destroyed, some were left. That's what the Bible says, and that's exactly what Jesus is telling you. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Two men shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Interesting. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. So, that's the warning. That's the warning. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. This is the second coming, where judgment is brought to the nations. And remember,